What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This being my Hot Topics and Social Commentary live on Thursday night. I'm your host, JoJo Speaks from Victoria Ministries. I'm so grateful that you all decided to join me for this hour of fun and chit chat and all things of that nature. A couple things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. So why don't you go ahead and mash it for our brother? Also, be sure to leave us a thumbs up. Let me know you are enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the topics that we're discussing on tonight. Be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. Quick announcement. I did release my review for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10. I believe it was episode 8, if I'm not mistaken. I put it out there. I believe it was on Tuesday. So be sure to check that video out, like it, comment on it. Let me know your thoughts on this whole controversy that Ginger Minj is that this season of All Stars 10 was rigged for Ginger Minj to win. It certainly does look that way. You know, she won the first 2 lip syncs. She won the first 2 challenges. This is her 3rd time on All Stars, 4th time overall on RuPaul's Drag Race. So, you know, just let me know your thoughts down in the comments, how you feel about that. I want to send a quick congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder. They won the NBA championship this past week. My dad was watching it earlier this week. I believe that they were going against the Indiana Pacers, if I'm not mistaken. And so shout out to all the Oklahoma City Thunder players. I'm sure that there are going to be celebrations going on all around the city. I'm not sure if I don't believe that this is their first time winning the NBA championship. I don't believe, but somebody correct me down in the comments if I'm wrong. And once Jennifer gets here, we will get to your comments as well. So please be patient with me on that. Excuse me. And also, I also wanted to, let's see, what else did I want to say before we get started? Hold on. I'm looking for it. Let me see here. Oh, yes. Also, we are this week we are celebrating the 16-year anniversary of Michael Jackson's death. Is one of the biggest losses in the music industry, and I'm so glad that he was able to leave us with such an array, such an amalgamation of music for us to love, for us to enjoy, for us to rock with, for us to get down to. And I love me some Michael Jackson. Love me some Michael Jackson. To me, Michael is the blueprint for male entertainers, and Janet is the blueprint for female entertainers. But that's just my opinion altogether. And just to let you guys know, the first thing that we will be getting into once Jennifer gets in here is the reunion looks for not RuPaul's Drag Race, for Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 reunion. We will get to those looks as soon as Jennifer gets in here. Excuse me. The theme was gold. Now I did feel like I saw quite a bit of yellow on these girls, but of course we'll get to that once Jennifer gets here. Also, concerning the Diddy case, and I'm sure Jennifer and I will get more into this as well. But both sides have rested their cases. The defense did not call one witness. I was hoping, I wasn't necessarily praying, but I was hoping that Diddy would put himself on the stand. However, I'm sure his lawyers, his team of lawyers, were begging him not to go on the stand, because at the end of the day, it is the defendant's choice whether they want to testify or not. At the end of the day, they cannot be persuaded to do so or not to do so. So it is completely up to Diddy. So I am disappointed that he didn't take the stand, but I can't say that I'm surprised. Even though Diddy did say that he wanted to take the stand before the trial even started, when these charges first came up. But unfortunately, we won't be able to see that, because you know that the prosecution would have got into that ass. And then also, hey Jennifer, I see Jennifer. I want to acknowledge her before too much time gets away from me. I did hear Sunny Halston speaking on The View earlier this week concerning
Girl.
the case, saying that they didn't prove racketeering, that they didn't prove one other I don't I'm assuming the RICO charge, whatever it is that she's saying that she doesn't believe that the prosecution has proved every single count that they've charged him for. I think the only charge that she thinks that he might be found guilty of is S trafficking. So I don't know why she's come to this conclusion, but I think that's interesting that she is a former federal prosecutor. So people would take her word for it, and feel as though she has genuine and intelligent analysis of this type of court case. She's been in the courtroom the entire time, so I thought it was very interesting that she said that. But hey, Jennifer, what's going on, girl?
Nothing much. Thank you.
So glad you are here. Do we have any comments to get to?
Of course. Hold, please.
Will do. Will do. You got to get them pictures set up, honey. Yes.
Look at me trying to do right by you.
Right. Exactly. I appreciate it, though. I appreciate it. I do. I do.
I got it together. First, we have Dustin. He says, hi.
Hey, Dustin.
Ooh, you like that?
That was pretty. That was real pretty. Nice and soft,
Yeah, just a little soft little note.
Okay, not doing no. You never got to do too much.
Okay, because it's all that's needed.
Even though you have the ability to do the most.
And I appreciate you with that.
I'm always reminded of that video of you singing, I get so emotional, baby, every time, at the highest of the highest
I will take the
note possible. Okay, I'll take the top. That's me. Okay.
We're gonna have to do some karaoke up in here, Jonathan. Next time y'all come here, you're gonna have to come. Okay, we're gonna have to make that happen.
Right.
Miss Kim says, hey to Jonathan and Dustin.
Good evening, Miss Kim. So glad you're here with us.
Okay, you see the bun that I fashioned?
Oh, you did that bun today?
Well, okay, well, Tyrone put it up there, but I handled the bun, the styling of the bun itself.
Okay, so he got it into the ponytail, but you created the bun itself. Gotcha.
Exactly, because if I would have did the ponytail, it would have been a little askew.
Over here. Yes, lean into the left a little bit.
Okay, like the Tower of Pisa.
That's always my issue doing my own ponytail. My ponytail is never correct. Never correct. I could never get it straight.
I'll be happy when you find you a man to do it for you in Jesus'
name. Okay.
Dustin says, I hope everybody's having a great Thursday evening. Look, now that I'm off work, it's even better. Okay.
Yes, and it's hot outside that door, y'all. It is hot outside.
You went outside, what happened?
That dough. Mommy had some groceries dropped off from Walmart, and I stepped out the door, and yeah, the heat wave just came
slapped in the face
like a rushing wind, honey. But yesterday it was hotter than today. Yesterday it was 97 degrees. 97 degrees.
Ciao.
Whew.
All right. So let's see. Miss Kim says, I was so sad yesterday. I love Michael so much. Music died for me on June 25th, 2009. I remember waiting on the train when the news broke. Oh yes, I almost collapsed. But the time I got home, but by the time I got home, he was gone. Yeah, but by the time I got home, he was gone. First of all, I did hate that. It was like up in the air for a while until we knew for sure what happened to our king. But
right,
yeah, it's never easy, but we're gonna push through. To be honest, I feel more of the same with Prince.
Absolutely.
Child. Yeah. Miss Kim says, I have some tea on Sonny's husband. Child, I heard.
Okay. Jennifer definitely sent me that TikTok. I'm sorry I didn't watch all the TikToks you sent me, Jennifer, before we went live, but I'll definitely get
if you saw that, you saw a good bit.
I did.
I'm kind of surprised I sent that to you, but okay.
I had no idea about that, though. I had no idea he was involved in a RICO case. Like, that's crazy to me.
And this is how you feel about it? Girl, maybe you shouldn't have had such a strong feeling about it or
Right.
feel the need to speak on it. I guess that she is a lawyer in there, but I don't know. I've heard so many lawyers say differently. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And I was we were on a walk when I saw that, and I sent that to you. I
Okay.
told Tyrone, I need to find out who paying these people because
Right.
that Lauren girl from the Breakfast Club
Hmm.
from day one of the trial, she was on the defense side.
Wow.
She everything she said was defense leaning the whole time since day one.
Wow.
So I I'm not saying that they're missing something if they are, leaning that way. What I'm saying
Right.
is I don't feel like they have a whole lot that they can say because the defense didn't even have a whole lot to say.
They rested their case. They didn't call a single witness to the stand.
Okay. Mayor says, "Good evening, everyone. Hello, good
Good
Mayor.
evening,
Mamir."
Mamir. And your
and
cat.
and your cat. And she also says, "I would love a karaoke live, but I will just observe. My grade 9 choir teacher asked me to lip sync."
Grade
That's
9
not
choir
nice.
teacher. Come on.
That's not nice.
That was shade. That was real
That was
shade, honey. I've never
horrible.
heard a chorus or choir teacher ask someone to not sing.
But
Because I
actually,
remember
that
in middle school being in,
mhm.
being in chorus, some people couldn't sing that good, child.
Could you hear that they couldn't sing? Were you like,
Okay, well, I can't say they couldn't necessarily sing for sure because we had to audition to be in chorus in middle school. So it's not like they were, just off altogether. They just weren't the best singers. I'll put it that way.
understood? All right. But yeah, that's how I feel about Sunny Holston and what she said about that. It's like, who paying y'all? That's all I want to know. I'm not saying that everything is sewn up. Nothing is guaranteed because you have a jury. But in my opinion, they proved a lot there.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
you
They
you,
checked
you,
all
you
their
you can you
boxes.
can go ahead. We're done.
Oh, okay. So let's get to these reunion looks for the Housewives of Atlanta. Mommy was actually the one that had to tell me about that. First thing she said to me, "Did you see them? Those reunion looks?" I said, "No." Went right to the shade room, and bam, there they were. Um,
In your face.
and I am still disappointed that Britt is not going to be at this reunion. I'm extremely disappointed, but I think she knew the writings on the wall that she was going to get dragged off that
Torn
set by
apart.
these ladies. Um, but Jennifer, I'm more interested in what you have to say about
Oh,
these looks.
really?
Absolutely, I did like 3 out of the 7.
Mm,
Three I liked a lot 3 out of 7. Um, but yeah, the others I really didn't care for. The first one here is Portia. I
okay.
do I do like this look. I like the metallic at the top. Although I don't think it matches with the skirt part of the
Mhm.
dress. So to me it looks like two different dresses that were just slapped together. But it is really pretty. I love the hair. I love the makeup. Um, I will say the top does look a little gaudy. It looks like a little bit much, like almost too shiny. But I think she still looks pretty. Portia always does great at the reunions. She always looks great at the reunions.
Yeah, that's one thing I will never okay, I can't say never. Whoa! I knew Miss Kim would come in and through and let us have it. Um, but let me say my piece.
Okay.
So, um, I do feel she's never done like a really bad job. You know,
Right. Right.
she always done something pretty decent. For this dress, the only thing I do like is how structured the top is. I really like that. It doesn't look too, like oh Lord, it doesn't look too like it doesn't look too bad. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Okay.
say it doesn't look like she's not showing as much skin, but it doesn't look like that to me because the gold and her skin kind of like coincide because it doesn't look too bad for me. I don't like
Right.
the extra gaudiness on her fingers. You have a whole lot going
Yeah.
on your clothing. I think it would have been best just to keep it simple, which is why she didn't do a necklace, but that over there. Um I don't like the skirt as well. I would
Mhm.
like the skirt on another dress.
Yeah.
Um,
The
to
2
be
don't go
honest,
together to me.
I wish maybe they needed more time to make more of the metallic. If that whole thing was this metallic kind of situation going on, I think I'd pass
Mm.
out. Okay,
Okay,
maybe not
understood.
maybe not pass out, but I would like it a lot
But you give
more.
her more props. Yeah, you give her
Oh,
more props for it.
absolutely. Um, Let me put it here. And I think we should think about that karaoke live. That would be awesome. Miss Kim says, I was in the glee club at high school and choir. All right now.
Okay, that's right, Miss Kim. Come on, music.
Miss Kim says the top looks cheap.
I thought that's the word that you were trying to think of to say, Jennifer, because it doesn't necessarily look expensive. But I think, but that's because it's so shiny. If it weren't so shiny, it wouldn't look as Party
Yeah.
City. You know?
Oh, yeah. Okay. On
Yeah.
to the next.
Who's next? Who's next? The worst. The worst. The worst. What is this? What is this? What I was watching a review of Alexander Rogers reviewing season 14 of RuPaul's Drag Race. And June Jambalaya walked in with her bodysuit and he said, what is this? What is this? What is this? This isn't even a dress. This looks like some fabric that a bed sheet that she or drapes that she wrapped around her waist with whatever this is at the top. I don't know. I don't know how she's going to look when she's sitting down. That's what I'm interested in seeing what this looks like because
Because your body would have to be snatched for this to look
snatched.
good sitting down. And even so, when you bend your body, things are going to start puckering.
Right. And I'm thinking, like, how is that top going to look in a sitting position? Like, I don't know. And I don't know if she's trying to be Queen Zaida with this headdress. And, we can barely see where her hairline starts, but, it looks like her hair is black at the top and then blonde at the
That's
bottom.
exactly what I was about to say. Go ahead. Go ahead.
This has to be one of the worst reunion looks I have ever seen in the history of Real Housewives, period, across the board. I know she's trying to make a statement. Phaedra's always trying to make a statement with her fashion and her hair, and typically she comes through, but this is not it, my friend. This is not it at all. At all. I know she's trying to be sexy, and I applaud anyone who wants to be sexy at any age. However, you don't have to come out with two large pasties on your breast to serve sex appeal. There are a lot of more other things that you can do to give the people sexy. And this is just, once again, just like Portia, it looks like two different things, two different dresses put together. And the top don't even look like it's part of a dress. I don't know how to explain what that is. I want the designer to explain this look to us because I'm confused. Go ahead, Jennifer.
I think this is the reason why I was able to say I liked Phaedra's just a little bit more, at least with Phaedra's
Oh,
skirt.
Porsche's, you mean?
I mean, yeah, excuse me, Portia's a little bit more
Hmm.
because at least with the skirt that Portia had, it looked more cohesive with the situation. This
Right.
just looks like they got a bunch of fabric and said, "All right, here we go. Here we go."
Let's
And
do it.
and what bothers me, unfortunately, I'm never gonna call myself a fashion girly, but I pay attention. You hear me? These Gaultier shoes are so old. I'm pretty sure I'm getting that right.
Yeah, those look like some
These are like because it was
early
really popular.
2010s.
Because we were
Yeah,
watching people on Housewives wearing these when they first came out.
right.
Basketball Wives, everybody and their mama were wearing these shoes. Maybe it's okay to do vintage in that, but I'm not a fashion girly, so who am I? But, um, unfortunately, this does look a little sad. I don't care how much body you have. This is not going to do it. This is not going to be it. This is always going to be a no, thank you. Um,
I don't
when
think
you
this would
said,
look good on anyone, to be
yeah, that's
honest.
what I
I
was
don't want to
thinking.
see
I
this
can't
on
imagine who it
anyone.
would look good on. Um,
Right.
and thank you for pointing out, just like I was as I was looking at it, how her black hair is slicked back to the top, but it's ashy blonde to the back. Um,
Hmm.
because it's like I like this. I like the head piece and
Okay.
everything. I can
Okay.
do without the big parts beside her head, but I like it because it looks good on her head. But the choice of wig behind that, it just seems so disjointed for me.
And are
It's
those
like
earrings attached to the headpiece?
I believe that's attached to the headpiece. It's not an earring.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not, and then she is not the tallest of girls.
Right.
So this make the way they have the skirt kind of cuts her off so she looks even shorter.
Right.
Um this was not her best. And when as soon as you said this is the worst look, I think the first thought I had was Giselle in that blue dress, and it's like, yeah, I would have taken Giselle in that blue dress in this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because there seemed to be effort in what Giselle wore, even though it hardly worked for
It
anyone.
wasn't cute.
It wasn't, no, but
It was a dress.
we understood it. We understood where she was coming from. We understood what she was trying to give. This I'm confused by. And I like that you brought up the fact that she's so short, because maybe if there was more midriff showing, it would look more cohesive. But
Instead of it
she
coming so far up.
right, but because like there's not much space between her skirt and the top part, it just looks like a mistake to me.
Oof. Look
Yeah.
like we just got out the shower. Miss Kim
Right.
says, "No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Phaedra looks like a damn fool. She's too old for this look." I agree, but to be honest, I can't see any youngin wearing this and looking good either. I
Me
think it's
either.
anyway. She says
It's not for no one.
she's too chubby for this look.
Ooh. Well,
She's too short for this look. It's a chop.
it is a chop. That's right, Miss Kim. A chop.
Mamera says that's not a dress, it's a costume, a very fancy costume, but cosplay vibes, in my opinion. I believe this, I would say that for everything above her neck. Everything below, I don't know what's going on with that. I've seen
Yeah,
better costumes. Lord. Miss Kim says she's failing at sexy.
she is miserably.
Mamera says, Miss Kim, sexy leaves something to the imagination. This is just I can't think of a nice word. You so sweet, Mamere. Thank you for trying to be nice.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, but no. 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 When I saw a glimpse of it like the other day, I said, "No." Okay.
Right. Next we have
Yeah.
Shamia. This is my favorite dress. My
Okay.
favorite dress. This is my favorite dress. It looks so expensive. I love the material at the bottom of the dress. I don't even know what type of material was used to make this dress, but it looks quite expensive to me. It does look more yellow than gold to me, but to be honest, that really doesn't matter.
I'm
Um,
getting green.
because at least she's not wearing red or blue. You know what I'm saying? So at least she's in the same family. But the only thing that I don't really care for is that attachment on her right breast. I don't know why that is there necessarily, because it's so demure and so small. It's like, why is it there? However, I think the silhouette is gorgeous. It's giving her body, body, yada yada. But my favorite part of the dress is the bottom. The bottom looks like a waterfall to me.
Mm.
It looks gorgeous. I don't know if I like the hair length necessarily. I feel like, as Alexander Rogers told Kerry Colby in his review, that bob needs to be an inch longer, dear, just an inch longer. To me, it's a weird length for me personally, and maybe that is a surprise to me because I've never seen her in a bob like this before.
Mhm.
So I guess bobs for me, as far as Shami is concerned, don't work for me. However, I think the dress is absolutely gorgeous. Once again, this is my favorite dress of all the girls.
I see more of a green. on here, green and gold.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
but from looking at this dress, I can tell more than likely she had a wonderful, beautiful Nigerian designer come and handle this because let me tell you
Sounds
something. When it
right.
comes to an occasion, they know how to dress for it. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I do agree with Jonathan on the that extra part right here that's going up. I
Yeah.
think I would have loved to see more of her skin. Her
Mhm.
skin looks dreamy. It looks like we can dive into it.
Right.
It looks like it might be healthy for us if we ate it. Her
Yes.
skin looks gorgeous, so I would have loved to take away that little part just to, just to see more of her skin, because it's just absolutely gorgeous. Um, this dress is wonderful. It's the best that I've seen thus far, and
Mhm.
I also do agree, the bob is not bobbing for me. I
It's not.
personally, for a dress of this caliber, in my opinion, I would have liked to see because she has, like, matching earrings and everything, Jonathan. So,
Right.
I would have liked to see a short do, maybe even like a short do that we've never seen on her.
Okay, okay.
Maybe like a
Gotcha.
pixie, something really cute, or just a good long one, down the back. Just something dramatic like that. Because a bob, I don't feel like it's enough for this dress,
It's
and I
not.
believe Shamia deserves more
Absolutely.
than this bob
Absolutely.
for this dress. So,
Maybe
yes,
maybe I would have liked a high ponytail with this look, possibly.
I
I
wouldn't.
I I don't know. Just not this bob. Anything but this bob.
Yeah, I don't like this bob. Um,
Okay.
if I would have seen her with a pony on this one, I think just one straight to the back right here, nothing high, just straight to the back or,
Right.
like, down here. Um, yeah, that's how I feel about it, but this is nice. Um, Miss Kim is still on Phaedra. She says, "Wanna be a Leah Queen from the Dam," and that's what I'm
Okay.
I've seen better cosplayers do Queen of the Dam with the pasties on the boobies like that than what was going on over there. She should have called one of them cosplayers to help her with that. Um,
Right.
Ramira says, "Are you talking about the blue Dolce and Gabbana dress? I love. I wait. LVP wore the same dress in the back in black. I mean." Maybe it was a discount. Lord have mercy. Ramirez says, "I love the creativity and the beading is exquisite. This looks
It
stunning."
is.
It not only looks stunning, it looks like money.
It does. That's why I said it looks so expensive, especially like the bottom of that. I don't know if I've ever seen a bottom of a dress look like that. Like it doesn't even look like the rest of the dress, but it looks so gorgeous and so beautiful. Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
I'm a s there's one, like, event that happened in I believe either is in Nigeria or South Africa where,
Mhm.
I think it was like a fashion event. I need to send you those dresses because you'll see more of this, but more concepts,
Okay.
and it's just, like, really wonderful on another level. They might need to be over here in America. That's why when I get remarried, Imma have me a, African, stylist, somebody. Anyway,
Yes.
Miss Kim says, "Shamia is serving. It's a perfect fit. It's, perfect for her complexion." Exactly. The body looks snatched. This is a gorgeous dress. I like the bob length. It works with the dress. I do agree. I do agree. It does work with the dress now.
I just doesn't don't think it works on Shamia. Just for me. Just
I
for
just want
me.
something different for her.
Yeah,
Um, um, Miss Kim says, "I agree, but Mira, that beating is amazing.
it is. It's gorgeous.
Dollar bills, y'all." And
Okay.
that's what looks like it's missing from here. Dollar dollar
Okay.
bills.
Because that skirt part
Oh,
looks so cheap. Like it literally looks like she took her drapes down and just wrapped it around her waist. That's what it looks like.
and got these shoes from out of, her closet.
Out of the clearance rack.
No, these were in her closet. Like I said, everybody
Okay.
had these. Everybody and their mama had these.
Gotcha.
Anyway.
Let's move on to the next housewife. Who's next? Cynthia Bailey. This is giving me resort, to be honest. This does not give me reunion at all. And surprisingly to me, with Cynthia being the model of the group, I've never been amazed by anything that she's worn on any of the reunions, and with the exception of the one where she had the red dress and the ponytail.
Mhm.
I did like that look, but
She's
Cynthia
a
really,
model, not a stylist.
yeah, I agree with that. So to be honest, I'm not a big fan of this dress. She doesn't look like a housewife in this dress to me. And in this case, she's really not a housewife. She's just a friend of. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm just not the biggest fan of this dress. That's really all I have to say about it. What do you think, Jennifer?
I like the dress. I like this dress. It looks really good on her. I think our expectations have gone stupid high with these with these reunions. So
Right.
I get it, but I like this dress a lot. It's not the best dress, or the most opulent looking dress, but I
No,
feel like it's wonderful and I think it's good for her because she's easy breezy.
she
So
is. She
I'm
is.
I'm a I believe this dress matches Cynthia. To be honest, I think I'm more upset at the wig than the dress.
Wow. And like Cynthia never really stood out for her fashions on this show. So
Mhm,
I don't know why I would have those type of expectations for her, especially since she's never really amazed me in the past with her reunion looks. But
mhm.
like for me, this is too easy breezy for me. Like this is like looks like a
Too
Sunday
easy
dress to
breezy. I
me,
hear you.
Yeah.
I find it cute. It's a cute situation. Looks good on her body and everything.
Yeah.
Amir says, "I'm a huge Shamia fan. I'm so so I am biased and, would think she looked amazing in a Glad trash bag." Miss Kim says, "This is a cute vacation look. It's perfect for a resort dinner. It's a cute dress. I have a similar sundress." Exactly. This is
that
cute.
that's what I said. Resort. That's what it gives
Yeah,
me. Resort. And I like
easy
that she got
breezy.
the leg out, you know what I'm saying? And I
And
think that's
I even
really
like the
what gives
shoe.
it. Oh, the shoe is a nice shoe. That is a nice
Mhm, it's
shoe.
a
I
good
do like
platform. Look
that.
good nice.
And once again, this looks a very yellow to me, very yellow to me. But again, it's in the same family, so I won't dog her too much for it.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm cool with this. It ain't bad.
Yeah,
It could be worse apparently. Dag nabbit Phaedra.
yeah.
Ooh, girl.
Second worst of the night. First of all, I never really paid much attention to Kelly's face before seeing this picture.
Okay, I need to ask you, did she get a re-up before she came to this?
I don't know, but I don't think it looked like this during the season. I don't,
I think she
girl.
got a re-up before she came here.
She's had quite a bit of work done. And the thing is, Kelly is a beautiful woman that probably did not need all of this surgery. However, we're here to judge the dress. I I don't want to say the dress is ugly. It's just not a pretty dress to me. I'm confused by this skirt at the top, and then she has a train at the bottom. That's confusing to me. This rose that's on her left breast, what is it there for? The ruffling like looks like a Project Runway type of mistake to me. I don't think Nina Garcia would like this if she saw it on the runway. The shoe is bad though. That shoe is everything. I love that shoe, but that's the only thing I like about this outfit. Her hair looks nice. I think that's probably the best that I've seen her hair. Um, but yeah, I don't like the dress all, at all. And it does look cheap. The material looks quite cheap to me. I'm sorry, it just does. Jennifer, what are your thoughts? I already heard your reaction when we got to it, girl.
Um, it makes me think about what Tim Gunn would say, you gotta edit
Yeah.
edit, let's pare down. Cause let me tell you something, I still would have been okay with this. I would have been okay, not that I would love it, but if this part right here, the little peplum part right here,
Uh-huh.
if that was just regular straight down dress and it just had this carrying on over here, I think I'd be all right with it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But it's too much going on.
Mm,
It's too much. And then you're also right with the fabric. The fabric bothers my eyeballs.
yeah.
It's giving me a no. And this looks like the kind of fabric, it doesn't matter how much you steam it, it just ain't gonna do right.
Right. It to me, it looks like unconventional materials. That's what it looks like to me.
And
Unconventional
then
materials.
if you're gonna show a leg, right?
Mm.
It's like she has her whole leg. It's like they put a cutout and it has a because usually it's like, hey, I'm gonna show y'all my leg. Not, let me cut this whole 5-inch little spot out so you can see my leg. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
It looks
It
like they
looks
put scissors right up the dress. Right.
this look is concerning. And of course, when you decide to put looks on yourself like this, it really makes me start to question people's taste.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Okay. Miss Kim says, "This is an absolute nightmare. Kelly looks a mess from her scalp to her ankles."
I'm glad she said ankles because that shoe was bad. That's a bad shoe right there,
It really is a cute
girl.
shoe. But
It's a
dag
really nice
nabbit.
shoe.
But like,
But
mm,
but when we're judging your look, we should not be focusing on your shoe, my
I don't
love.
even like that necklace with the matching earrings. Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
It really is because it's just too much going on. Look, Miss Kim says she's too short for this busy dress. It's too much material. To be honest, even if she was tall, it would still be ugly.
Well, you said it, not me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's your truth, girl. Stick with it, honey. Stick with it, girl. But yeah,
Mamera
I don't
says,
like this look at all.
the cut around her middle is unflattering and odd. The whole dress is odd. It's weird.
Yeah. I've never seen
Uh,
a dress like this before. Hey,
Bianca
Bianca.
Bianca Bianca says, "Happy Thursday, everybody." Shamia ate that look down, and you know it.
She did. She did.
Confirmation.
And did, honey.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mamira says, "I sew, ooh, and
Okay.
and watch all the designer runway shows in on YouTube, and this is sloppy.
Yeah.
Kelly was done dirty by whomever designed this monstrosity."
Yes. It's terrible.
It's like, do we have to tell people when you put on the dress, ask, "Would Tim Gunn be okay with this?" What would he say?
Okay. Would he approve or would he say make it work? Because this ain't working, girl. This ain't working. Not for you. Not for nobody.
Okay, I have an idea.
Go ahead.
What if this was just a little short little dress number and she just took off that curtain at the bottom?
The issue is the ruffling. The issue is the top. The issue is the waist up. Like from like the upper leg up. That's the issue we're
But what if the
having.
what if she just took off the bottom and it was just a little short little skirt, short little whimsical skirt? I mean, little dress.
My issue is the skirt, the dress, the ruffling around her waist. That's my issue. The whole applique on the top. That is my issue. That the bottom of the dress is the only decent thing about this thing because the top up, the from the lower leg, the upper leg up is it's a mess.
Well, it would, in my opinion, it would look better if they turn off that curtain.
I will admit it would look better if she didn't have the bottom part on it. I will say it would look more intentional that way.
Yes.
It would look more intentional if that were the case.
Bianca says the stylist wasn't styling with this.
No, not at all.
Move on onward. I'm sorry. We got stuck on.
Onward and
Oh.
upward. Up next is Drew. This is my second favorite look. I love me a dress with feathers on it. My favorite feathered dress was Karen Huger in the season 6 Housewives of Potomac reunion. Now, I will say though that these feathers don't necessarily look expensive per se, but they are feathers nonetheless, and I do love them. Now, I do wish that the feather on her arm, on her right arm, I wish that were done differently. I don't know. That's laying a little weird. Or maybe if it wasn't there at all and she just left the feathers on the bottom of the
Or
dress.
maybe if her hair was out the way so we could see what
Yeah,
she was supposed to be doing.
right. Yeah. Maybe if we could actually see it without her hair covering it up, I would like it a little bit more. But I do love this dress. I love the silhouette. I love that she's always showing off the boobies. Because if you got them, show them off, honey. And it doesn't look unflattering the way that her boobs are sitting here. So I love this look. I really do. I think Drew last season and this season, she really came through with her reunion look. I loved her turquoise, bluish greenish look that she had last year. and I love this one as well. I really do. It's the feathers that did it for me, and I like the material of the actual dress itself. This actually does look somewhat expensive. I won't say expensive all the way, but I will say though that this looked like it did cost money. But I will say though that the feathers don't look the most expensive to me. But I like that they're there though. Go ahead, Jennifer.
This woman always takes the words out my mouth. Miss Kim says, "I don't like Drew's dress. It's giving cheap Josephine Baker."
Oh.
So, just like you said, Jonathan, I really do enjoy the silhouette of the dress.
Hmm.
It's just that if you look around her hip area, the pale yellow, it just doesn't look right. I feel like if we had maybe a different color, it would be better. The
Okay.
boobs have been carried and taken to where it needs to go,
Hmm.
but though they are being taken care of, it's the kind of mesh-like situation that's going on around the midsection, right up under
Hmm.
her boobies. I don't know what that is or what's going on with that, so that's another no for me.
Looks like a mishap. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does. Um, and I think the feathers are okay,
Yeah.
but, I think if we were editing, I would just take them off the top. I like them.
Yeah.
I like the bottom part of it better with her cute shoes and everything like that.
Yeah.
Um, Bianca says, "I don't care for this one either, thank you."
Okay. I understand.
Mamera says, "I'm sorry, JoJo, feathers have a time and place, and it's not on this and it's not this dress. It's like a pineapple
Oh.
and Big Bird had a baby."
Okay.
Wow, I get nasty when it comes to fashion. I love it, Mamere.
It is what it is, girl.
But, yeah, no, I just wish this whole thing was a different color, um, and some editing might have happened.
Yeah.
It just it feels a little it does feel a little cheap, just a little bit, but it God bless her. Imma move on, is that okay?
That's perfectly fine. Move on to our last housewife, Miss
Ooh.
Angela. This is my third favorite dress. Now there's not really much to it. It does look a little plain, but it's like one step up from plain to me. Just because of the cutouts and the breast area, I do like the way that that was designed. It's a really simple dress, but this is simple, expensive looking to me. I do like this dress for Angela's first go round with the reunion and with the Housewives of Atlanta. I think she succeeded. She didn't try to do too much. She didn't try to do too little. I think this look is just right for her. She's an extremely tall woman, so I love the fact that she wore a long dress. So I do like this look. Once again, this is my third favorite look out of all the girls. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on it?
This is better. I'll say this is number 2 for me.
Okay, okay.
Um, so I like the color of the dress, the fabric of the dress. I like I like this dress.
Mhm.
To be honest, I'm more concerned with the way that she's standing than, the dress itself. I said
She looks like she wasn't ready for the photo. She looked like she wasn't
exactly.
ready.
It looked like her face was ready, but everything else was not.
She don't know how to stand because when you're tall, a lot of times you don't know what to do with your body. I get it,
Yeah.
Angela. I
And
get it.
but all it would take is just a little lesson, and she'd be
Yes.
good, just put that foot out and everything. I
Right.
wish I would like, better shoes. These
Okay.
these are not shoes for me.
Yeah, those
I
sandals are
I
are
feel like
not
they're a
the
little bit
best.
too naked. I want
Yeah.
her to have, like, a platform shoe that covered the bulk of her toes.
Mm,
Um, and I feel like we need to, re-up on the oils, uh,
mm.
do what Diddy knows about the baby oils. Get
Oh
we need to
Lord.
because she is well oiled to the top, but, down to the, legs, she's not as oiled as I would like her to be. So
Gotcha.
I would have liked to see more of a shine from there,
Mhm.
but overall, this is really a nice dress. It looks so good on her. She looks so beautiful. I love also, not saying that this is a bad thing, but I love when people do black hair. I don't feel like everybody needs to be doing, the blondes and all the ash blondes and all that stuff.
Right.
The dark hair really looks good, and a lot of times the dark hair will make everything else pop for you.
Right. Yeah.
So, she is a beautiful woman. The earrings are good. I'm here for all of this, and apparently, like I said, all of my issues, she could fix with another picture, okay?
Right. Yeah. Because it looks like she's in the midst of bending down for some reason. It looks like she's trying to make herself shorter in a way because her knee is so bent in that picture. I don't know.
I
I
think
just
it's
don't.
just she just needed to position herself a little bit better. That's
Yeah.
all.
Agreed.
And practice, in front of a, thing, but I like this. I like this a lot. She has a beautiful smile and everything. Thank
She
God.
does.
I don't know if she's done any plastic surgery because I don't know her like that, but don't touch nothing, ma'am, please. Okay, anyway, um, let's see. Miss Kim says, "Angela looks good. The dress is less equals more.
Hmm.
Tastefully sexy." Exactly.
Hmm.
I'm not feeling her hair. I like her hair.
I do like
I
her
I
hair
like
too.
the length of it too. But this dress is good. Good dress. Amira says, "I'm not referring to, Drew's figure and even big, she, would be yeah, even big, she would be beautiful on the
Hmm.
outside anyway." Oh, Lord! Oh, Mamere. Uh, Bianca says, "This fits her personality, so mature and classic. I like this." I agree, and that's another thing. I like the word classic for this. That I think
Hmm.
that kinda goes with her hair. Miss Kim says, "I look crazy with black hair." Oh, Lord.
No, you don't, Miss Kim. Stop
Um,
that.
you stop it. Miss Kim not Miss Kim. Mamera says, "Too much skin for a woman her age. Even though she has a beautiful figure, it's time to be more modest at her age. Unless I unless I think she is older than she is. Too much surgery too much surgery does that." Oh, Lord have mercy.
A lot of people were getting on her about claiming that I think she said that she was either 44, 45, or 46. And quite a few viewers are not buying that. Um, I don't know. I'm not the best at guessing people's age. She does look like she could be 44. I mean, I don't deny that. I wouldn't say that wouldn't be the case. It would not surprise me if she had some work done, but it doesn't look like she's had work done. And so that to me, that's always a good thing. Even though when Gladys Knight got her facelift, everybody could tell because we saw the difference. But at the same time, it was a good facelift. So
Oh, it
as
was
long as you're
good.
getting good work done, that's all that matters.
Yeah, and to be honest, for what she's doing, like, I'm still here for this. If
Yeah,
my
it's
body looked
nice.
like that at the age of 50 and I could wear that,
Mhm.
I'd still be letting it loose, girl. Anyway,
Yes.
I guess we're done now. I'm
We
proud
are.
of us.
We
You took so much
are.
time with that. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I expected it to take up a lot of time, and it's a good thing because I didn't have much to talk about as far as other hot topics were concerned. You don't have. Do you have anything else to say about the fact that that both the prosecution and the defense have rested in Diddy's case, and the fact that the defense did not call any witnesses to the stand? Do you have any reaction to that at all?
No, this is what we already knew. Um, they never okay, throughout the whole time, everybody was always asking, "So who's the defense trying to bring up? What's the defense doing?" And no one has ever had an answer.
Right.
No one ever has an answer for that. So, yeah, I certainly I knew that that was going to, happen, and and that's it.
All right, cool. So, Christian Keys, he is an actor who is best known for being in Tyler Perry's plays. He's also the creator of BET's All the Queen's Men. He created it. I'm not exactly sure if he wrote on the show, but I can only assume that he did write on the show with him being the creator and all. However, he came out this week. Now, the trailer for the next season of All the Queen's Men came out yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I did watch it. I'm really excited about watching All the Queen's Men. It's one of my favorite shows on TV right now. Eva Marcel does an amazing job as Madam on All the Queen's Men. All the
She
other
she must have been a madam in her past life or something.
because she showed enough act like it. She showed enough act like it. Okay, like she was born to do this role, girl. Like like I wouldn't mind seeing her get nominated for an Emmy for her role. Like that's how good I feel like she does with that part. Like she embodies the part of Madam on that show. And there are also other actors as well. The woman who, or the actress who plays Blue, she's one of my favorite characters on that show. Probably my second favorite character on that show. And always seeing the oiled up, sexy menses is always a plus. But anyways, Christian Keys came out and said that he had to see the trailer when everybody else saw the trailer. The trailer was not sent to him. He did not see it himself. He says that all the Queen's men, he cites disrespectful, dismissive treatment and unprofessional behavior on set. I'm really interested in knowing, who he's talking about. I can only imagine who he might be talking about. I'm assuming he's talking about the men who play the dancers. That's the only thing that I can think of, because I don't see Eva Marcel being unprofessional, or the woman who plays Blue being unprofessional, or the guy who plays her security being unprofessional. So I'm assuming that he's talking about the dancers, but that's all alleged. But he said that he had a spinoff for that show that will not be on BET Plus. He is shopping it around to other streaming services. He did not mention Tyler Perry Studios, although Tyler Perry Studios is who produces the actual show itself. He did not mention Tyler Perry at all in these statements whatsoever. So I hope that his show doesn't end up on a platform like Zeus or something of that nature. However, I'm not sure if he will be able to make it to Netflix or Hulu. I would hope that he could, because I would love to see whatever else he has in store for us as an audience. Once again, I'm a huge fan of All the Queen's Men. I love that show. The only gripe that I do have with the show is that their season finales are never like season finales. Like they just seem like regular ends to an episode. Like you left us off with this, like the last season finale. I was telling my loctician Mitchell, I'm ready for that next episode. He was like, next episode, shut the season over. I was like, what? Say what? So that's my main issue with the show. However, I am a huge fan of the show. And I just think it's so unfortunate that Christian has to go through things like this. He said in the second season, they took out his created by credit on the show. They took him off of the credits initially for the second season until he demanded that they put it back. I think he had to speak to some of the higher ups in the company to be sure that his name was listed there. But once again, I'm glad that he's not blaming Tyler Perry or Tyler Perry Studios for these things. However, it does all go back to Tyler Perry Studios, since they are the production company behind the show. Jennifer, did you hear of the story? And what are your thoughts on him talking about his grievances with the way that he's been treated as a creator?
Yeah, I don't know how we can blame Tyler Perry.
Understood.
He didn't have his hands on it. Yeah, it's his production studios and stuff, but I'm not sure if that's where that goes.
Right.
But
that's probably why he didn't mention him.
Exactly, or mention his name, but he don't like to mention anybody's name when he talks about things. He don't do that stuff. That's not his thing.
Right.
So yeah, I understand why he would need to say what he needs to say about how he feels, how he's been treated. But at some point for me, I start to wonder, is it smart for him to do it this way?
But what other way could he do it, though?
Does everybody need to know, or maybe they haven't, or the right people know, but they're not doing nothing? Like what do you think?
I can only assume that he's brought his issues and grievances to those who were in charge of the production of the show. And more than likely, there have been no changes. I believe that All the Queen's Men is on 4 seasons now. I believe the next season will be the 5th season, if I'm not mistaken. I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm sure that he's let the people know on set what his issues are. He said that certain actors would come to work inebriated, either high or drunk, or something of that nature. And again, that does not surprise me at all, especially with the characters that these people are playing. it wouldn't surprise me if they were more like their characters than we would think that they were. But I think that
It
maybe
wouldn't
he's
really.
gotten to.
Go ahead.
I was going to say maybe he's gotten to the point to where he doesn't know what else to do, and so he felt like he had to let everybody know what we don't know. Because I did not know that this was the type of environment that they were working in.
Yeah, maybe it's like the showrunners, because I
Yeah.
guess, the only way that you can make sure things are happening the way they need to happen, somebody needs to put their foot down or something, or somebody needs to be threatened with being killed off. I don't know, but
Hmm.
it's like I'm not sure if I need to be a part of this conversation. That's all. That's how I feel.
Understood. Understood. Any
Um,
comments on
and
that
as
before
far
we?
as the outrage going out, like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Bianca says she only got her nose done, but she doesn't look old to me. She act her age, like
Hmm.
like Phaedra, looking like the Hades princess of Atlantis.
Oh no. And Bianca, thank you for sending me that Christian Key story. I appreciate you sending that out to me.
Miss Kim says, I think that series is based on a book Christian Keys wrote.
It
Absolutely,
is.
it is.
It is.
Absolutely. Um, but I guess the main concerns are the showrunners. You
That's
know.
what it seems like to me. Anyways, on to the next thing. Brandy and Monica are going on tour with the Boy Is Mine tour. It starts out on October 16th. They will be in Columbia, South Carolina on November 14th. I'm very much considering going to see that tour. I'm not
They
exactly
gonna be at
sure. I'm sorry.
gonna be at the township.
That's what I'm assuming. I can only assume. I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. Kelly Rowland and Money Long and Jamal Roberts will be joining them as well.
Mm.
So I think that'll be a decent and interesting show. To be honest, I'd probably mainly be going for Brandy and Kelly. I'm not the biggest fan of Monica. Not to say that I don't like her music, because I do love her music. It's just that I would if I were to go out there, I would be going to see Brandy and Kelly. That's just my thing. That's just me. That's no shade to Monica. Monica is an amazing performer. And I understand that she's been talking a lot about the fact that she feels like she's one of the forgotten singers because of her lack of awards that she's won and things of that nature. And girl, I get it. I get it. I would be frustrated as well. But I don't know if I'm necessarily the most excited about this tour. I don't know. I just feel I feel like it's about time. I think it's very interesting that they both decided to go on tour together. But with the fact that seeing Escape and SWV being on tour for what the last 4 or 5 years, straight. I mean, it's great that our '90s favorites are still out here getting their money, and I love to see it. Jennifer, would you be excited to see this tour?
Um, I don't know, Jonathan.
And why is that? They're going to be in
Because
Atlanta October 31st.
I have so many thoughts of what I want, and it's like so much of me it feels like I know that I won't get everything that I want.
Right.
So it's like I believe it would be fun. Don't get me wrong, but it's nothing like a show that you've created yourself from your whole own playlist. Because to be
Mhm.
honest, all I want to hear is aphrodisiac and just leave and just go home.
I want to hear "Sitting on Top of the World." I want to hear "Full
Okay,
Moon."
okay,
Um,
I'll give you those. Yes, yes, you can
I
have
want to
them.
hear "Sitting Up in My Room,"
Sit up in my
honey.
room. Yes.
I do want to. That's what I want to hear from Monica. I would want to hear "The First Night." That's my favorite Monica song of all time. Of course, I want to hear "So Gone." Of course, "You Ain't
Hmm.
Gotta Go Home Tonight." You can stay right here with me. That duet with DMX from her "After the Storm" album. I'm sure she probably wouldn't perform it, but I love that song. Um, I think I would enjoy it. I do think that I would enjoy it. Now, if Brandy sings songs from her most recent albums, I don't know that I'd be familiar with those songs because I didn't necessarily listen to them. That whole B7 album and the one before that with Wildest Dreams, even though I love the song Wildest Dreams. I love that song. That song is so retro. It's everything to me. But I think I would enjoy it. And I'm sure that they would do very well on tour together.
Yeah, I think more than likely I might have heard more from the B7 than you have.
Probably, I'm sure, because I have not heard
Um,
not one song from that album.
yeah, there's this one performance that she has with "I'd Rather Be," like "I'd Rather Be Kissing You."
Mm,
It. I have to send that performance to you because that's the only reason why I listen to that song because the way she sang that song, but it's a Colors performance. I'll send it to
okay. Okay, please do.
that that performance is everything. As far as, Monica, I kinda was turned off from her live singing from a few, I don't like to say it, but, I kinda been turned off from her live performance, from some videos that I've seen of her, like, halfway singing some songs, and I'm like,
Okay.
I came here to hear your voice. I did not bargain for karaoke. I can do that at home.
Ooh, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Miss Kim says they both have hits. Now Kelly, no shade, but Miss Mama's doesn't have enough solo material. She's been on tour a lot though.
She has. Um,
And of course, I'm sure she does, Destiny's Child stuff and stuff like that. So it's
she has to. Well, not that she has
oh
to.
Lord.
She
Oh
has
Lord.
something else to say. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, Kelly. Lord
That
have
didn't mean to come out
mercy.
like that, Kelly.
He
I
said it
live for
just
you,
like that too.
girl.
That's how he said it. Just like that. That's the way.
Oh gosh. Anyways, before we get out of here, Jennifer, go ahead and give us your social media contacts. It's 9 o'clock, girl.
Wait, Bianca says, I thought Kelly had a few solo albums. Don't think she have two?
I think she has two. Yeah.
Two? Now I would have listened. I'd listen to her singing "Dirty Laundry." I like that.
I like her song like this. I told y'all I was gonna bump like this. Y'all didn't know that I would bump like this. I was about to say tambourine, but that's Eve.
Oh, child. Oh, Jonathan. Mm, we tried. That's what's going on.
Ooh,
We're showing effort. Y'all go ahead and follow me on TikTok at the Light of the Leo. Of course, I have my own YouTube channel at the Light of the Leo. We go live every Monday at 9. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. I have yawned. Please excuse me. And I made Jonathan yawn.
yeah, you
Please
did.
excuse
It's
me
all
yet
your
again.
fault.
It is my fault. My bad. And make sure you watch us on Faithful Warrior Ministries on Saturdays at 10ish a.m. You'll be able to enjoy a great time of prayer and camaraderie and just coming together as one. What else? Oh, I'm done.
Cool. My Instagram is jojo_speaks 3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee 07. That's $JONATHANLEE 07. Once again, that's JONATHANLEE 07. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I truly did enjoy this evening of fun and chit chat with you guys. You guys, the viewers, are the best part of this show. And I love you guys for watching. Once again, please be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. But until then, we'll say bye for now. Y'all stay cool out there in this hot weather, and y'all stay safe out there as well. Love you guys for watching. See you later.
Is it hot out there? Ramira says good night to JoJo Jen, Miss Kim Dustin Butler, and Bianca. Peace and love, and my prayers for your blessings. Oh, prayers to you too. We love you too. How I feel
Love
up
you
there,
too, my
Carav?
dear.
I'm gonna ask you again on Saturday. Bye.
Bye, guys.